So let me continue in English. It's a great pleasure and honor for me to convey to this great political event the best wishes from the Communist Party of the Russian Federation, from millions of members and supporters of the Russian Communist Party. Our parties established relations more than 60 years ago, and it was a relationship based on the common values of fighting against apartheid and colonialism in Southern Africa. We know of the great role played by Tanzania in support of this noble struggle. Thousands of political refugees from Zimbabwe, South Africa, Mozambique, Namibia, Angola came to Tanzania and found their home here. But for you to know, many of these people traveled from Dar es Salaam to the north, but not to the north of Tanzania. They went to the very north, to the extreme north, which was Moscow. And they received military and civilian training in our country to help them to fight colonialism and apartheid. Our officers were fighting in the same trenches with MPLA, Frelimo, ANC, and SWAPO combatants. Your victories were our victories. Your successes are our successes. Now the forces of apartheid and colonialism have been defeated in Southern Africa. But the former colonial powers didn't stop at that. They did not recognize the defeat. I clearly remember the warning made by the President, Comrade Samia Suluhu Hassan at the Frelimo Congress in Maputo 3 years ago. She warned that former national liberation movements under attack in Southern Africa. And it was supported, this idea was supported by the President of Zimbabwe, Comrade Mnangagwa. And the recent developments in Southern Africa, the attempts by the hostile powers to topple progressive governments during the elections in Mozambique, South Africa, and Namibia are clear evidence that they are still trying. But the people of South Africa, Mozambique, and Namibia defeated these attempts. And your victory at the forthcoming elections is not going to be only your victory. It will be a major contribution to peace and stability in Southern Africa in general. Russia is facing the same onslaught as you people here. It's facing attack by the same forces and for the same reasons. After the destruction of the Soviet Union, our Western so-called partners tried to convert Russia into a semi-colony. They wanted us to sell them cheap oil and gas and to make us buy at exorbitant prices their manufactured goods. In the process, they wanted to destroy our manufacturing as a whole. But they failed. We insisted on our political and technological sovereignty. Now they want to punish us. What's happening now in Ukraine is not a struggle between the brother people of Ukraine and Russia. We are brother people. What the former colonial powers are doing, they're implying the same concept of divide and rule. Or the recent example in South Africa is black-on-black violence adopted by the apartheid regime to stop the liberation struggle. This is the same thing. And we're extremely grateful for our African brothers for understanding this reality and for refusing to join all sorts of anti-Russian schemes. We're equally grateful to our great neighbors, People's Republic of China and North Korea, for understanding and supporting us. Comrades, I came first to Tanzania in 1979. It was 45 years ago. I was young and handsome. I'm no longer young, but probably still handsome, although I'm not very sure. I find a different Tanzania. I mean, it's a shock of a lifetime. You know how much progress has been achieved during these years. And when we are speaking about the confidence of winning in the election, I know the secret. Because the ruling party, Chama Pinduzi, is clearly understanding and reflecting the genuine interests of the people and the aspirations of the people, and is working hard to make these aspirations live. Yesterday, we've seen a very impressive picture of the achievements of our country in all sorts of social and economic life. Housing and road construction, health, education, everywhere there is tremendous progress, and we're seeing that, and we're grateful and happy for that. You make us truly happy because your friendship with you is a long-standing thing, and your success is our success. I rate it again, As a result of that, Tanzania has become a very respected member of the international community. I've been recently at the inauguration ceremony of new president of Namibia, Comrade Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah. And you should have seen the respect at that meeting displayed by the other heads of states and government to your president, Comrade Samia Suluhu Hassan. Of course, she was #1 guest. It was so obvious. And I must say, we are facing a situation when a women's league is being produced, in the governments of Southern Africa. And we support that. In Russia, we are not doing much in this direction. We must follow your example. I take that message back. Your example is very important for us as well. And your Congress is another very important step in making your country, your people, very prosperous. Tanzania is not in the news these days. And this is a positive thing, because the Western media always picks up all sorts of crises, floods, coup d'etat, hunger, poverty, etc. There is nothing in Tanzania. There is nothing for them to report. Tanzania is the most stable country in Africa. And we congratulate you for that. The Communist Party of the Russian Federation has always been, for all these 60 years, your true friend. It's not only myself coming back to Africa, but Russia is also coming back to Africa. And there is a saying in Russia that an old friend is better than 2 new ones. So we're old friends and we're coming back. We wish you all success in your very important deliberations. CCM, oye! CCM, oye! CCM, oye! Asante sana. Thank you.
Asante sana, comrade. You are grown up and you are still handsome. Tunashukuru sana kwa salamu hizo za upendo kwa Tanzania.